So earlier today I was just discussing the topic of gossip and the sinful nature of gossip. You know, oftentimes people will say everybody does it, or just spend a lot of time talking about people and their private lives. It's wrong. In fact, it is a sin. God hates it, and we need to do better. We need to mature and grow and watch what comes from our mouth. You know, we spend a lot of time being in other people's business, which is a negative thing as well. If you cannot say something to someone when they're in your presence, you don't need to say it. Trying to maliciously go to someone else and share something personal or private about someone else is considered gossip. It is defined as gossip. And whenever people do this, they are usually fearful or insecure in some way, so they go and try and make someone else look bad. You know, people tend to want what they should not want regarding other people. And if that's your friend, or if it's not your friend, but you find you decided that you should go and talk about them, you need to check yourself. You need to reevaluate your motives and why you're doing what you're doing, or around the people that you're around. Because if other people are bringing gossip to you, that is contaminating you. It is something that is very toxic, and it will just spread into the lives of other people. You've got to stop people. You've got to denounce it. I don't want to hear it. When somebody brings something negative to me, I'm going to stop you. If we need to pray for that person, that's what we need to do. Otherwise, you need to be quiet. You should not feel the desire to go about talking about someone else and trying to make them look bad or feel bad, hurt them, or try and hurt their character or their life. You know, if you would spend more time on yourself, you would have less time to say anything negative about anyone else. Because last time I checked, we all had problems in our lives. We all face many difficulties and different things that we might not be proud of, or we might not want to discuss with someone else. Either way, part of growing up is learning what to do and what not to do. And gossip is something that we have got to grow out of, got to learn to just simply stop. Don't teach it to our children, or spend time in the community talking to other people about, you know, all this negative, trashy talk. Because like I said, it's garbage. And nobody wants to be around anything that is filled with garbage. So if you find that people are standoffish, or they don't want to spend time around you, it is likely because of that toxic behavior, and they are choosing to separate themselves from you. I don't want to be surrounded by people who gossip. I don't want any of that negative talk to be in my presence. And although I know everybody has done it at least, you know, once in their life, I know it's been many more than that, we should not be proud to do it or trying to do it. You know, it's very deceitful, it's malicious, it is very hurtful. You know, it hurts people, and it's a thing that divides people. There's division in families, division in relationships, division in marriages, all because somebody chooses to go and say something that they should not say, or try and give somebody a reason to feel differently about someone else. There is no way to look at that in a positive light, because if it were positive, then it would likely just be something edifying and truthful. And of course, we know that sometimes the truth isn't always something that's positive, but depending on the motive or your intent when you go to share it, depends on whether or not it's gossip and how people will perceive that. Try harder to be mindful of the things that you are choosing to say in the presence of the people you choose to say it in. Make sure that it's the right person and you have the right motive to actually share what you're sharing if it's regarding someone else. I don't want people to be talking negatively about me to other people in an attempt to hurt who I am. Although I'm confident in who I am and feel like if somebody gets to know me, then they're going to like me. That's not always the case. Sometimes they don't, but still, we just have to understand what it is we need to say and not say. You're an adult. Idle talk is unnecessary. Hurting others, that's unnecessary. God has not created us to be those type of people. And in my everyday life, I want to be better and more pleasing to God. So I'm not going to engage in gossip. I don't want to hear gossip at all, whether that's at your church or your job, around your friends, family. It doesn't matter who it is. You set the record straight. You pray for the people, you know, and when you start to say that, they will stop bringing that garbage to you. They will stop trying to get you to engage in such. So you have to be strong in who you are and understand you don't have to deal with it, you don't have to accept it, and you don't have to put it out there. To each his own. Do what you do best, and that is being you. Thank you for joining me today. Again, I am Teeka Marable King, and this is Teeka Talks.
You